The desperate search for survivors of last week's massive back-to-back earthquakes in Venezuela is continuing this morning as the reality of the devastation is becoming much more clear. The Venezuelan government said Sunday at least 1,450 people were killed in the quakes. Over 3,000 were injured. You got tens of thousands more still missing or displaced. Rescue teams and families are searching through the rubbles themselves. The healthcare system there is just under strain. Claudia Manresa joins us now. She's a regional manager in Venezuela for the international aid organization Project Hope. Claudia, good morning. We spoke with some of your colleagues in the U.S. at the end of last week as they were hopeful to get aid in and perhaps be able to move around. What is the most urgent need there now and some of the biggest challenges you and your colleagues are facing?
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me. Well, crisis remains critical. One of the top priorities at the moment is trying to rescue as many lives as possible, but it's a race against the clock and against impossible odds. We also need emergency medical and surgical supplies like trauma and major surgery kits, basic medical supplies, water purification tablets, wash supplies, and of course, psychological first aid kits and support for all the people that it's going through these major crises.
The psychological component jumps out at me, Claudia, because all of the reports we're hearing suggest that the country isn't able to rescue people, to get to some of the hardest hit areas, and the aerial footage we're seeing shows cement buildings completely toppled. Psychologically, do people there feel that help is even coming?
Yes, we have been receiving a lot of support from the international community. Lots of the rescue teams that are currently trying to rescue as many lives as possible, specifically in La Guaira, they are coming from other countries. Project Hope, we have our own rescue team in La Guaira working nonstop. But of course, the psychological component, it is really important. And we're also providing psychological first aid to all the people that needs it at this time.
And can you explain what you mean when you say psychological first aid? I think people understand water, food, and medical care. But what does that mean when you're also providing psychological care?
Yes, I mean, we need to support the people that are on the ground, that are still looking for their families and their loved ones. It is a really important crisis, so we need to give them the tools to go through this life-changing experience, and that's what we're doing as a humanitarian organization with our protection team and with our the psychologists that we have on the ground. Here in Venezuela, we're more than 100 people working nonstop since the earthquakes happened on Wednesday.
Well, Claudia, we wish you and your team the best as they continue to help the people in need. And please do keep in contact with us as you all make it through this. Claudia, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.